What's up YouTube? For tonight's video we have a full Oricorio team. This one is for Patreon. If you want your theme team done, you can check it out in the description of the video. Alright, so we have all the Oricorio styles in this video. So it's only 4 of them, so it's a very, very difficult team to use. I did come up with some pretty cool sets though. This one is for Glaze. Thank you for being a Patreon for so long. Right, so I have a lot of bloopers at the end of this team too, because there was a lot of funny moments, as you can imagine. Let's get right into this one. Anyway, you can battle me on my pimp chat if you want to come over there. Anyone is welcome to come out, chat, battle, and trade. Alright, so we have a Beware lead here going for the Specs Hurricane, and that is going to demolish Beware straight off the bat here. Now, I've got Revelation Deads on this. I've got Hurricane, I've got U-turn, just for a bit of scouting there as well, and just any other coverage move I could put on this set. Alright, so Lola Muck's going to come out, and it's going to go, what the fuck, boom on me. I'm not sure if that would have killed. Muck is very, very bulky. I'd say it would have probably lived that one badly, and that's going to take my first Pokemon out there. So I was only working with 4 Pokemon, just remember that. It was, I was putting myself at a disadvantage at the start, which is fine. I like the challenge. Alright, so bringing out the Sensei Oricorio here. This is a physical set, right? Now, I've got Sword Dance in this. I've got Acrobatics. Now, I actually got critted there by Play Rough, which actually really made a difference because even though I was able to eat my Citrus Berry there, I didn't gain quite enough health back afterwards to live the next attack. I also had Mirror Move on this one, so it had some pretty fun Mirror Move moments there. And what Mirror Move does, it uses the last move used by the opponent if they stay in. Alright, so that really sucked there, so I'm having some pretty, that was pretty shoddy luck there. There was not much I can do. Already lost half my team. Alright, so I'm bringing in the Pom-Pom. Nothing like a bit of pom-pom every now and then. Bringing in the pom-pom Oricorio here. Now, this was the probably the MVP of a lot of the battles that I had. This was quite a bulky set, if you can imagine that one. This was a max health, max defense set. I've got Carmine on this. I've got Roost. I've got Revelation Dance, which makes it the electric type. So what Revelation Dance does, it takes the primary type of the Pokemon, of the Oricorio, and uses that typing as the attack. So this is the electric flying, so it's electric type, so forth. Okay, so I also had Air Slash on this one too. So I'm setting up some Carmines on this Serena Williams, that'll do, and I'm just getting some boost up there on this bit here. Now, obviously, I had to speed that one up a little bit there because that took quite a long while there. Going for the Air Slash there, that's going to take it out quite easily. Even with all of those boosts up, I didn't have the greatest defensive stats in the world. Yeah, it has fairly good health, but the defense was rather, bad, and the typing wasn't exactly the greatest either. Alright, so we have Togedemaru here coming in. There's not much I can really do to this. The best I could do was to go for the Air Slash here. Felstinger is not going to do anything to the hype. So I just went for Roost there. I expected like maybe a Fake Out or a Zing Zap. Both I knew that I was able to live them ones there anyways. Okay, so I've got most of my health back, which is pretty dang good, so I have to I really got to try and carry this because, as I said, I've already lost half my team. Alright, so we've got the Zing Zap coming in here, the Zing Zap. That actually critical hits me, so you can see how much that would have done if it wasn't a crit. Alright, so going for the, Revelation Dance, that was over half health easily there. Okay, so this wasn't too much of a problem. It was the last couple of Pokemon I was a little bit worried about. Okay, so things started to get very, very interesting soon here. Alright, so getting hit by another Zing Zap, I take that rather well there, and go for another Revelation Dance, taking out the Togedemaru. So there's actually 2 Pokemon all left at this point in the game. So, it was pretty quick. We'd already taken out, well, technically we'd already taken out half of each other's teams. Okay, so this is where things started to go pear-shaped. So Drampa's going to come out here. I was thinking, well, I can get the Roost up here, or I can just go for Air Slash. I've got a couple of Carmines up, so I'm going to risk it. Going for the Mighty Air Slash there. Drampa takes it rather well there. Going for the Hyper Voice here. Guys, I lived on 1 health and got the leftovers recovery. Woo! So that was so close there. I was so hyped about that. So here I'm thinking, well, I can just go for Roost here. I don't think I'm going to be lucky enough to get the Air Slash, flinch there. It's me, so I have to go for the Roost there and get my health back. Alright, I also didn't actually activate Dramper's Berserk either, so that was really good. Berserk gives it, a lot more power and special attack there when it drops below half health. Alright, so I was thinking, well, I know that I can take another hyper voice quite easily, so I might as well just go for the Carmine again, see if I can boost my special attack and take out the Dramper. I know another one would be enough to take it out. And also, at the same time, I'm tanking the Hyper Voice there even more than I was before. Alright, so I tanked that one on 23 health here. So I was like, well, I can just use the Air Slash here, take this out, that'll be all good. Or I could just go for the Roost and then go for it. That was my options. I decided to go for the Roost because just in case I got some really bad luck or minimum damage, I didn't want to be dying to that one. Alright, so I'm not sure what the item was on this thing, whether it was Specs, Assault Vest, I'm not really sure. Both items would be quite well suited for this Pokemon. I was more leaning towards Assault Vest. Okay, so going for the Air Slash now, I was like, well, this is good. I can have all these Carmines up and take the Dramper out, and it lives. I'm like, damn, and then it activates its Berserk too. I'm like, oh no, here we go. So it's going to go for the Hyper Voice again here. As you notice, it's a lot harder there, and I just tanked that one there. Okay, so thinking I could go for the Roost again, or I could just get rid of this thing because it's really, really annoying. So going for the Air Slash and it misses. For fuck's sake! So it misses, and I'm so salty, and down goes my pom-poms. All right, so I'm down to my last Oricorio here, the poor one. Now this was a excuse me. There's a frog in my throat, a polytone in my throat. Frigging Toxic Mist there afterwards, and I get hit by the Hyper Voice that does shitloads of damage to me. This is a bulky, this is a bulky special defensive set. That's the only reason why I live. It was a really just bulky set suited to go with the Pom-Pom Oricorio. Had Toxic Protect. I think it had Feather Dance. It was just a really stally Pokemon shut down by Taunt. Okay, so I'm going to get continually hammered by this Hyper Voice here. So, damn, not only did I miss with the Air Slash, then Toxic Miss afterwards, so I didn't actually have any attacking moves on this thing. I was trying to run some original sets on this. Okay, so that Stalling War with the Roost and the Dramper is going to come to an end. I just went Protect there just to try and stall out its Hyper Voice there, because I know that I've got quite a lot of Roost still left. Alright, so Alolan Raichu's going to come in here, and the funniest bit was, I'm not sure, I think they were still laughing at how bad my luck was. They actually locked themselves into a Choice Specs Grass Knot, so it was very, very entertaining. So I was able to get my Roost off here, which I probably shouldn't have. Then again, that freaking Dramper probably shouldn't have lived either, so a little bit of karma there. So I've got most of my health here. Any electric... I wasn't sure at this point, obviously, that it was Specs, but then I was like, I wonder why they're using Grass Knot, and I asked on the chat, so they were actually locked into the Choice Specs Grass Knot there. So going for the Toxic there, I was thinking, well, it's probably going to swap, very soon and just go back into Dramper, so I could just go for Toxic again. Oh, I wasn't really sure what to do there. Okay, so I got the Toxic going on the Raichu, the Alolan Raichu. That's good. Obviously, it can't really do too much to me at all there. So the Dramper's going to come back in here. I almost went for Toxic there again. I thought, oh, bugger it. As I said, this had Protect, Toxic, and it had Feather Dance too. I'm trying to think what the other move was. Sorry, Roost. So it's just a complete Stolly set, a Toxic Stoller set. Very, very easily shut down, but actually worked quite well in a lot of situations. Alright, so Dramper's going to get hit by Toxic this time, thank God. So that's going to be enough to take it out. The next round, I just had to tank whatever blow this was going to throw at me. So it's going for the Hyper Voice here again. Thank God I'm so specially defensive. I take that one rather nicely. Get a little bit of leftover recovery. And Dramper is going to go down to the next Toxic here. I actually don't mind the shiny for Dramper. Dramper's a really cool Pokemon. Definitely try that one out. Alright, so Dramper is down there, so there was definitely some shenanigans at the end of this battle. Raichu's going to come in here. There's not much I can do against this thing. I've already lost my... I really needed the Oricorio Pom-Pom from before. That was my way to win this battle. I knew that if it got knocked out, I wouldn't have much of a chance against Raichu there. With the electric and flying, it was only hitting neutral, so that was good there too. Okay, so I'm trying to go for the Scumbarrow Protect, stall this out, and Raichu's going to go for the Volt Switch. That's going to be more than enough to take me out there. And that is game. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Stick around for the bloopers. They're very, very funny. I'm not salty at all, I promise.